What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to Powered by Primus, and in today's video we're going to be spoiling two different characters from Wave 5. Now we are going to be spoiling a character which does have a body mode. We're also going to be showing off a new Titan Master, so it's going to be really fun stuff. Now before we get into today's video though, if you guys did check it out, we do have some Powered by Primus hats that you guys can get for pre-order right now on the website. Currently have them in gray, black, and in navy blue. So if you do want to check those out, I will put a link down in the description box below. If you guys do want to get in on that pre-order, they are going to be a limited run, and man, these things look really nice. We do also now have a new page that is designed for Powered by Primus on the Facebook, so if you do want to go check that out, all you guys have to do is go look for the page, Powered by Primus, and then we do have a Twitter as well, so I will also leave all of that in the description box below. We're going to start doing a lot more different things on those platforms, and for those of you guys who want to jump into those, you guys are more than welcome to. Now the first character we're going to talk about here is going to be our Titan Master, and that is going to be Vorath. I really hope I'm pronouncing it right. This is definitely not a character that I'm very familiar with. I'd have to get with Wes to really see a lot of the lore behind the character, but I do love that this character is first off coming in as a 1-star Titan Master, and then does give us Tough 1. Now the Tough 1 I think is pretty nice, but I think it's more important that it is a 1-star character, that we'll be able to use this character for quite a bit of different teams. There's going to be lots of those times where you're really messing around with the body mode of a character, but you don't really want to know what you do with that last star, and you really can't fit a lot of characters. This is going to be a really nice character to be able to put in that slot. Not to mention, Tough 1 can always be nice, especially when your opponent can't really respond to it by breaking it like an armor or something like that. You do have that additional Tough 1. Now, if you don't know, these Titan Master heads can be swapped out from different characters. You don't have to use them with their respective character. They are designed to be swapped around. There's even a battle card, a stratagem, that allows you to swap the head on two different characters, so you can run two different body modes in two different heads and then move them later on. That's really cool stuff. Now we're going to flip over to his bot mode side, which is going to be the side that after the body mode is KO'd, you get to dispatch the head, flip him over into bot mode. He's going to have 2 attack, 1 health, and 0 armor. Again, really funny stats. I mean, 1 health, that's pretty crazy. 2 attacks, pretty nice, and then we are going to have that built-in Tough 1. Now this is going to essentially be like most of the Titan Masters, that once they are really the last character kind of standing, it's going to be more of like you get a 1 swing, or there's even the potential where your opponent's going to KO the character, and then you get to throw the head out there and force your opponent into a really bad attack into this bot, and then be able to finish him off with another character. So there's going to be some really fun stuff that is going to come out with these. I said, again, does have that built-in Tough 1, which might be really nice, and it is a ranged character, so that is one thing to know. You can definitely carry over that ranged package when it does come to this character. If you want to go for the armed hovercrafts, marksmanships, and a few of those other cards that we've had spoiled recently as well. And lastly is going to be in the uncommon slot. I know a lot of you guys have made comments about common characters. Well, you're not going to be finding any here today. Now the next character we're going to be talking about is Mindwipe. Now this is a character I've been kind of dropping some hints back and forth about with the character, especially if you guys did watch my recent puzzle video, which was a whole lot of fun. So if you guys haven't seen that, I highly suggest you guys head over to the channel and check that out. I'll put a link to that in the description box as well, because man, that was actually a whole lot of fun. So Mindwipe is a really awesome character. Now first off, talking about its alt mode, we do have the beast tag, which I'm a huge fan of, because eventually I'd imagine we're going to have some beast support, and so I love that we're going to have that in there. Now let's get down to the art on this card, and man, it looks so good. I mean, you got a giant bat. Who's going to go say no to that? I mean, I'm a huge Batman fan. Doesn't really have much relevance, but I love the art on this character, and not only that do I love the stats on this character. Now we're coming in with 4 attack, 12 health, and 2 armor. The really cool part about this alt mode is that it has built-in espionage. When you flip to this mode, you get to choose a battle icon color, your opponent reveals their hand, and you get to scrap a card of the chosen color, which is really good. I mean, espionage itself was a really powerful hand disruption card. You're able to hit a lot of cards that you know your opponent just picked up on defense if they had a green battle icon, or you're really afraid of your opponent about to crack back into you with like a grenade launcher or something. You were able to be able to play espionage and be able to remove that. The one disadvantage is that you had to use an action. Well, now we don't have to even use an action. Now we're going to be able to transform this character just for the turn and be able to get it. Now if you have cards such as Escape Route, you can kind of try to set it up to be doing it every turn, which is really crazy. You're going to be able to do a lot of hand control when it comes to this character. Being able to scrap a card from an opponent's hand is a lot better than just drawing in this game. There's definitely a weird part where like normally you play a game where you're like, oh, I got to draw a card, it's really powerful. Well, in Transformers, it's just not quite the same. Drawing a card may be good, but drawing 3 is like like kind of where you really start wanting to be at. Even drawing 2 can be a really beneficial thing, but what hurts even more is your opponent making new scrap cards. If you've ever played up against a major shockwave or against like the Sentinels when they were running Mirage Espionage, you could find yourself getting your hand wrecked really early in the game, and then it takes you forever to play catch up, even if you play catch up. You may have to do something like top deck for a few, turns to try to get some extra stuff, and top decking can be really dangerous because then it's like, oh, do I play this card for the turn, or do I really want this green battle icon that I know is coming up eventually? It can lead to some really weird stuff, so hand control is really, really powerful. Now we're going to flip over to his body mode, where we are going to pick up and attack but lose the defense, so we do have 5, 12, 1 on this side. We are going to be a melee character, which I think is really awesome. I was really kind of afraid if the character would have been in the range side, just to be able to get some of that stuff, because I think there's a lot of really good things for that. So I really like that he is a melee character, because I would definitely like to see more playability for some of these other traits. Usually it's like cars and range kind of get a lot of that stuff. We're going to see a lot of new things with planes and melee this coming wave, so I'm really, really excited that he is indeed fact a melee on this side. And then not only do we have hand disruption on the alt mode, we are going to have hand disruption on the body mode. Now this does say when you attack and you reveal a black battle icon, then you may make your opponent scrap a card from their hand. Now they do choose the card, so you can't do anything really crazy like that, but as long as you flip a black battle icon, boom, they have to scrap one. And if they can't, that's fine, because we get to draw a card. So it is really, really awesome stuff. So you sit there and you get to attack in body mode, you reveal a black battle icon, boom, they have to scrap a card. If they can't, boom, we get to draw. Hopefully we make them scrap, and then on the next turn we flip back into alt mode and we get to espionage them. That's really crazy. Now the really cool part is recently we did have counter espionage get spoiled, which is an insane card. Black green battle icon. You do get to name a card, and then you get to look at your opponent's hand, and if it's a secret action, and then make them scrap that card. So essentially you're kind of building both of those cards into this one character. So there is a lot of hand control when it comes to Mindwipe, which is just so perfect when it comes to talking about the character, because that's exactly what the character does. Mindwipe. Well, your hand essentially is your mind, right? Other than your deck, but that kind of comes and goes. You can't really force yourself to draw specific cards because you're always constantly flipping. The only thing you really kind of have control of is your hand, whether you want to draw cards, play certain cards, really whatever it is. And Mindwipe is going to just be getting rid of your entire hand, which is a really, really powerful effect. It's something that I really love in this game, is really being able to get control. I'm definitely more of a blue kind of control player, I guess, if I were to have to put myself in one little spot. And this character is perfect for my kind of play style. And then lastly, when it comes to talking about this character, he is a 9-star character. Now, if you are to use the same head that you can on this, then you are looking at 10 stars, which is really, really not that bad. That still leaves, obviously, 15 stars, and now we've seen a lot of cards and a lot of characters and stratagems that can increase our star count, whether it's with secret actions or upgrades. There's a lot of really cool stuff. So teams are going to be absolutely insane once Wave 5 releases. I'm ridiculously excited for Wave 5 to come out. It has been by far, in my opinion, the most monumental set as far as really making us change how we play, really, really think about how to build our teams, and a lot more stuff like that. It is no longer like, oh, well, this card's just been so good for a long time. There is a lot of new things that are coming out that we're going to have to try. Maybe some of those new traits are going to make a huge difference. Maybe some of those new battle icons are going to make a huge difference. It is going to be a super, super exciting wave. Now, I will tell you with something like Mindwipe, he doesn't really care what your opponent's playing because your opponent's not going to have a hand. So I would tell you to definitely watch out for this character because he is going to be getting play, at least in the beginning. Like I said, I think he's a really good control character, and I think that you are going to be seeing up against him. One thing that made Major Shockwave was really nice was how he could just take control of a game via scrapping. The character itself had a huge body, so it was really nice as well. This character does come with a pretty solid body, and at 9 stars, I think he is a really good character. Now, I hope you guys did enjoy this video. I want to give a huge thanks again to Wizards of the Coast for allowing me to be able to spoil these cards, and I appreciate everything from all of you guys as subscribers. Thank you so much, and I will catch you guys in the next one.